on EA Sports. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Weber. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Steeler defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
The Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Second down and 3. Now Weber. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run again here with Weber. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A run for Weber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays. And what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Steps away. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Up the middle they go. It's Weber. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Now Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, it's Weber, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to air one out. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Weber. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Burrow will throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the middle they go. Weber. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Griffin. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Griffin. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This is Ford. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They run with Thompson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Griffin. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They run with Ford. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
They run it here with Thompson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down, it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Burrow on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 4. To the air again, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Here we go. Can. Stop.
Now Burrow on first down. It's complete to Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weber, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Griffin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And, boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Griffin. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Griffin. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We get started in the AFC as we head up to the Buckeye State. Las Vegas in town to take on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Falcons played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Lions trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big 13. Big 13.
On second down now, it's Weber. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now back to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
This 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Up the middle they go. Patton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defense.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive, 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll run on first down. Weaver will get this up to about the 44. Second and 6. They'll drop to throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. Now a handoff up the middle. Weber. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, this defense has to feel good because they've now brought down one of the faster quarterbacks in the game multiple times. That defensive unit, they're letting us all know they get paid too. They're no slouches themselves.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now Griffin on 1st down. Little pitch and catch caught by McDonald. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. There's Griffin to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On the ground, it's 4. Down the left sideline, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Weber. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
11 empty.
Back to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Again, it's Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking deep here for Chase. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 71 yards. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 2nd down now, it's Patton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Now it's Griffin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. from the gun. He'll hand this off. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the left side. Ford. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Griffin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. He'll look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And Burrow going to throw again. And left side here, it's Graham. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. With that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weber. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The handoff to Ford up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down at 7. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that flag accepted. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. Here's Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the carry, Thompson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 7. They give it here to Thompson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Up the middle they go. Patton on a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.